Hello everyone. Welcome to HEA workshop for creating videos for e-learning. Today we are going to discuss some of the concepts of data communications. Let's begin with these contents. Introduction, characteristics of data communication system, components of data communication system, data representation, data flow, and summarize. Let's begin with the introduction that what is the definition of data communication. As we see here, we see here data is a one word and communication is a one word. That means the data communication is a combination of data and a communication word. Here the data refers to the information presented in the any other forms like image, text, audio, video, which are shared or created by sender and the receiver for the usage of data. The word communication refers to the sharing of information. So by combining these two words, we define the definition for the data communication, where data communications are exchange of data between two devices via some form of transmission medium, such as wired cable, or we can transmit it over the radio waves or signal. To have an effective data communication, the data communication system should have these fundamental characteristics such as delivery, accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. Where delivery is nothing but what the system has to deliver the data to the correct destination. For example, if the computer A wants to send the data to the computer B, where it has to send the data has to be sent from A to B itself. That means it should ensure that the data is received by intended receiver. Next is a data accuracy. Accuracy means whatever the data sent by the sender has to be received by the receiver in the original form itself. That means if the sender sends A, the receiver has to receive it as A itself. That is called what? The data accuracy. The timeliness. Timeliness means the data has to be delivered in the timely manner. That means what? Whenever the data is created without any delay, it has to be delivered to the destination so that the destination user can use it accordingly. Next is a jitter. Jitter is nothing but it's a variation in the packet arrival time. That means what? If you create a audio or video packets with a delay difference of 3 seconds or 3 milliseconds, it has to be reach each and every packet with a 3 millisecond difference or delay. For example, if the jitter means what? It has to be if the packet is one packet is sent with 3 milliseconds delay, the other packet is received with a 4 milliseconds delay. That indicates what? Uneven format of delay between the two packets. This should not be happens in the case of data communication system. Next is the components of data communication system. Then what are the components of data communication system is? The first one is a message. Without message, nobody can communicate with each other. So here message is also known as a data, and it is also known as a information. Then what exactly the message is? The message is a information or data to be communicated in any forms, like it may be in terms of text, it may be in terms of image, it may be in terms of number, audio, or video. Second one is a sender. Sender or those who want, or the sender creates the message for the other party which is involved in the communication. The sender may be any devices like a computer, workstation, telephone handset, and video recorder or video camera, anything. Then the transmission medium transmission medium is a dedicated path between the sender through which the data is going to transfer from one place to, or one host to another host. It may be a wired transmission medium, or it may be a wireless transmission medium. We'll see about transmission medium in the upcoming classes. Receiver is a device who receives the data sent from the receiver. Next is a protocol. As we know, the protocols are very important. They are the rules. They are the rules for data communication. Without these protocols, the data communication is not possible between the sender and the receiver. Here it is a pictorial representation of different components of the data communication system. Here we have a set of rules are nothing but protocols. Both the communicating parties has to be agreed upon the same protocol. Then only they can communicate with each other. Here we have a computer A. Here we have a computer B. Here computer A is treated as a sender who creates the message and sent on the transmission medium to the receiver, that is computer B. This whole is a data communication system. Next is a data representation. As we know, the message or a data, it is a text. It may be in the form of text, or it may be in the form of number, image, audio, or video. The text is like how we can see here. The number is nothing but a number representation, numerical representation. Image, then audio is like a music or sounds, and video is a combination of picture and video, audio and video. Next is a data flow. How the data is transferred between the sender and the receiver. Here we have three types of data flow models. One is a simplex mode, second one is a half duplex, third one is a full duplex. In detail we'll see about simplex. Here we can see the transmitter and receiver, and here is a data transmission medium. Here we can see the data is transferred in the form of a small ball. Here the data is transferred in only one direction, that is from sender to receiver. It is like a one-way street. That means that in other direction data cannot be received, and it is also called it is simple way of communication, so it is called simplex. Next is a half duplex mode. In this, when the data can be traveled in both the directions, that is from sender to receiver as well as from the receiver to sender, but both in both the direction, but not at the same time. That is, it is like it is like talking in walkie-talkie. The only one person can talk, another one has to receive it, and he has to wait for his turn. Next is a full duplex mode. It is a two-way communication, and here signals are travels in both the direction simultaneously. As we can see in the image here, the transmitter and receiver both acts as a receiver and transmitter, vice versa, and it is like a 4-line. It is telephone communication is an example of full duplex. Here we can see the comparison between the half duplex and full duplex. Here we can see there is a one-way road. Here here the vehicles are traveling in only one direction at a time. If they try to communicate in both the direction, there may be a collision. Similarly, in the full duplex, we have a separate dedication path for sender and receiver, and both can send and receive at the same time. Here we can see the vehicles are moving in both the direction. There is no collision of data here. We come to the end of this session, that is summarization. Here we can summarize that we have discussed about what is a data communication, what are the important fundamental characteristics of a data communication system, and the components, sender, receiver, transmission medium, and protocol. and ends with what? The transmission medium, transmission mode such as simplex, half duplex and full duplex. Thank you.